What's going on, guys? Aaron here, Curls in the Rack, and today I'm behind bars because what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at these two bars and see what the differences are between them and ultimately decide what's the best purchase for your money. Let's get to it. First up on our checklist is going to be handles. So let's go over the differences between them. Well, the amount of handles is different. MG-24 comes with 4 on each side. Kabuki Cadillac bar only comes with 3. This one has a smooth powder coat, and this one has almost like a really textured, grippy powder coat, which mimics, I guess, a knurling on a barbell. I will say that this one definitely wins out as far as the grip, because you can put your hand on this and it feels like sandpaper. You're kind of stuck there. You're like Spider-Man stuck to a wall. This one, smooth. It's not the end of the world, but this one definitely takes the cake as far as the handles goes. Now, this one does have 2 more. That's true. But I have never used these 2 center ones. Reason being is because when I'm doing a pressing motion, if I use those center ones, my shoulders are put in a compromised position. So unless you're a kid who maybe the width of their body is not very wide, this is the way to go as far as that. You're not really going to need these 2 here unless you're doing some like skull crushers or something like that. But even then, it's a bit too close. Okay, so let's talk about sleeves now. Difference in the sleeves is, first off, the loadable availability that you have on this sleeve is 14 inches. Okay, loadability on this sleeve is 16.75 inches. So you're going to be able to get more plates on this one down here. Also, this just has the same powder coat that the rest of the bar has, and this one down here has this nice zinc sleeve. You can hear it right there. It's ribbed. It feels and looks just like a sleeve that you get on a nice barbell. Well, here's a closer look at the sleeve on the Cadillac bar, and also you can see that this is a separate piece, so it's bolted on here. So if anything were to happen to this sleeve, you could probably get another one, a replacement part, and pop another one on here. And then here's a closer look at this one, just a standard one you'd see on any sort of multi-grip bar. So definitely the Cadillac bar wins out as far as the sleeve. You got more length. It's a nicer sleeve. It feels nicer when you're putting the plates on there. And so this one is 2 for 2. One other thing I want to mention, guys, is that there's not much clearance between the rack on that side or on this side as far as these bars go. So when you're racking it, the fact that this one juts out so far, I have dinged the rack when hitting it. And if you don't come in exactly straight, if you're just coming back after doing a heavy set and you're like, let me get it back there, I have actually hit the rack with the backside of this one. Now this one doesn't come out as far, and so you're going to be able to get this onto the J-hook without hitting the rack a lot better. I have never had that problem with this guy. Okay, so by far the coolest feature of the Cadillac bar is the Camber Design. It's cambered the same way that their Duffalo bar is cambered, and so therefore when you're using it, you're able to get, if I had the fucking safety set up correctly. All right, so now that the safeties are gone, because, why not live life on the edge at 135 here? You are able to get a lot more stretch because the bar comes down farther and your chest doesn't get in the way. Okay? One thing I will mention about this Kabuki bar is that when you put it up on the rack, it's going to sit like this before it has any weight on it. When you add weight to it, you can put it back into position, but very carefully. So when you're doing your bench press and you're done and you throw it back, sometimes you can get it on there, but see what happens here? One thing to watch out for is if that thing swings down as you're sitting up, you're gonna get dinged in the head. You know, laws of gravity, I guess they're a bitch, right? Okay, so the Rogue bar. It's a great bar. There's nothing wrong with it. It's about the same as all the other multi-grip bars out there that I've seen, except for the Kabuki bar. But one thing to keep in mind is if you get one, you are gonna need these axle collars, which run another 50 bucks. So remember that if you're gonna get this one and you don't already have these collars. So this one functions basically the same way. You got your multi-grips angled towards you so you can squeeze on the chest a bit more at the top, and if you have shoulder issues, it's a lot nicer to your shoulders. Same thing, there's no complaints, but I will tell you, you definitely feel more of a stretch on the outer pecs when you're using the other one. But that's not to say this one isn't just as good. Okay guys, so even though this thing is generally made for bench press, who's not to say you can't do neutral grip bent over rows with it. So with the Kabuki, you're able to pull it in farther, squeeze your shoulders, and get your elbows back farther behind your body when you're doing it. And it isn't as wide, so it's not going to clip your knees. With the Rogue, the depth of the bar is longer. So when you're doing a bent over row with this one, you definitely have to lean more forward on your toes, which is not good, because this thing will clip your knees. So that one's definitely better to do bent over rows with. Generally, I'd probably just use dumbbells and not set this whole thing up, but if you wanted to do that. Okay guys, so let's do a quick recap. Kabuki Cadillac bar, Rogue M24 bar. Price, Kabuki $449.99. Price on the Rogue $245. The weight is the same on both at 44 pounds. The length, Kabuki 87. Length on the Rogue is 82. Loadable sleeve length, 16.75. Only 14 on that one. Handles, 6. You get 2 more handles on this one, coming in at 8. Sleeve on this guy is zinc, and the sleeves on the other one are the same powder coat that's on the rest of the bar. Handles on this one is a textured powder coat, and the handles on this one is the standard powder coat that's on the rest of the bar. Handle diameter, both the same at 1.25. And just remember, if you don't already have them, you're going to need to get HG collars that coming in at $50 on this. Alright guys, so that's really all I have to say on those two multi-grip bars. My opinion is I had the Rogue one first and got the Kabuki one second, but if I didn't have any of them, I would definitely just go for the $445 Kabuki bar. There's the benefit of the longer sleeves, there's the benefit of it's a better feel on the handles. You have that cambered edge in the middle, so that way you can get more stretch or squeeze. You got more range of motion with it, and you also have to buy those extra collars with the Rogue version. Plus, I'm in Oregon here, so Kabuki is located here. So if I wanted to, I could probably figure out some way to just pick it up, so you don't have to pay for shipping. So hopefully you guys liked the review, helped you out make your decision. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'm going to be making a rack mountable anchor for your legs on doing pull downs on your rack. So stay tuned, and until next time, peace.